Brenda, sociologist, financial coach, founder of Gutsy Women Finances Community, full-time RVer, traveling the country with my 3 cats. Hey, please subscribe below. If you already subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I am here at Salt Springs Recreation Area. The city is Fort McCoy, Florida, but I'm not so sure why. Fort McCoy is about 15 miles from here. There is a tiny little town called Salt Springs, and that is where Salt Springs Recreation Area is located. This is a really nice campground, guys. I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5 campfires. This is a federal property, part of the National Forest. So let's go ahead and get into all of the details here. The campsite, this is a 5 out of 5, very level, very clean, laid out really nicely, all the amenities, just a very, very nice campsite. Can't do much better than that. And wait till you see the sewer hookup. Yeah, get excited about sewer hookups. The restroom gets a 4 out of 5. Pretty functioning, but there are some maintenance issues that they really need to take care of. And relatively clean. So nice facilities, 4 out of 5. That's about right. Amenities and trails. So the people come here. There's a day use area. That is where the springs are. And there's a really nice swimming hole. There's a short a trail in the park, and then of course there are trails outside of the campground area in the National Forest. Not a lot in terms of like rentals. There is firewood that you can get from the main check-in area, main office. So 4 out of 5, it's kind of a generous 4, but you know, it's pretty hard to beat Salt Springs. The springs are at a temperature of 72 degrees, and I actually went in there yesterday, pretty comfortable, a little bit on the chilly side, depending on what time of the year you're visiting. Now I'm here in early April 2022. But kind of a really nice experience. So if you can go in the springs and swim around for a little bit, float around, check out all the crabs, that's a pretty cool thing to do. Safety, I give them a 5 out of 5. There are a lot of campground hosts here. There are a lot of campground hosts. It's a bigger facility, and everything is lit pretty well. Not enough to keep you awake, but things are lit, and things have not been interrupted by loud music. It's been quiet. Pretty good on, no issues in terms of the safety. In terms of cleanliness, a 4 out of 5. They do a pretty good job of cleanliness, and there is recycling, which I'm always happy to find recycling. But the restrooms could have been certainly cleaner, and a pretty good job. In terms of value, now these sites are $50 a night. That is a full hookup site, and that for a federal property is on the high end. So $50 a night. The value is 3. Overall, it is a 4.5. Now, if you are visiting this area, there is not a lot in this area. Before I go further, this is really important. So when you go online and you visit the site, it tells you that there is no cell service. That is not true. It probably was, but they've got cell towers in now. I use both AT&T and Verizon. Picked up both really, really well. So that's a big plus. So yeah, good to know. But there's not a whole lot to do in the area. There's Salt Springs. There's a couple of restaurants there. But this is pretty nice. This is very, very nice. So go visit the Salt Springs. Let me know how you liked it. And hey, the video's coming up next. So hope you're doing well, and hope to see you out on the trails. This is the main entrance. It's well marked, Salt Springs Recreation Area. This is a keypad for the gate. The gate closes, I'm here in April, it closes at 6 o'clock. I think later in the year it closes at 8 o'clock. When you check in, they will give you a code for the gate so you can come and go as you please. If you happen to be arriving late, there's a day use fee, $8 weekday, $11 weekends. If you are arriving late, there's a number that they will give you, send you by email to call, and someone will be able to get you that code. Let's see, new fees, day use, $8.11. Parking for camping registration. So this is operated by American Land and Leisure. That's the concessionaire. And when you pull in, you are going to, again, it's very well marked. So you're going to park alongside here. And we're at that main office. Firewood, $7 a bundle, $20 for 3. And this gives you the prices. Primitive site, $31. Full hookup, $50. So those are some of the current prices. And when you do come around to the front, this is the entrance. And check in, they'll check you in there. Maps of the forest, and this is the campground sites. Primitive are in green, and the RV full hookups are over here. Okay, so there you go. Check on in. Easy process. This is my site. I'm at site number 15, underneath the pines, getting a little bit of shade here. Hey, you can see quite a few trees here, so you can catch some shady sites. Ho ho ho. Okay, so let me show you around. I did not put my catio out here for 1 week. This is early April 2022, and there's some rain coming in for the week off and on, so I didn't put the catio out. If I had, I would have had to slide this picnic table quite a ways back, which you can see if you can see the slide marks. Somebody had already done that, but anyway, this is really nice because I've got a separate grill. I actually grilled burgers out here yesterday, which is a rarity. I seldom get the charcoal out. Big picnic table, very nice and new. Bear pole with my lantern on, and then I have a very nice fire pit over here. You could also grill on top of the fire pit if you like. And everything was cleaned out. So, you know, the grill was cleaned out, the fire pit was cleaned out, but check this out. Okay, this is like the fanciest hookup I've ever had. I've got, you know, the water, great water pressure. This is the electrical box, little flash light bulb up there, night light bulb, and 20, 30, 50 amp. And check out the sewer. It's like they put a little sink in here, so that is a really nice hookup. Everything is paved, and you can see there's no I really don't need to level anything. Everything is very level. So the site is absolutely great. Little bit close to the neighbors. Luckily the neighbors are very nice, but really can't complain about the site. I am at the restrooms now. One thing I have noticed is they leave these doors open, I guess to get some air flowing through. Just to notice, this is bear country, and you know, don't leave any garbage out. Store all your food in your vehicles or high in a tree. Just be careful of that there are bears in this area. This is something that I've seldom seen. It's a dishwashing place, so if you want to wash your dishes and don't want all that waste in your gray tank, This is what you're doing. It's a dishwashing station. Let's go into the women's restroom. Hi guys, how you doing? So this was just cleaned. We have a couple of toilet stalls, 2, 3 toilet stalls, and 3 shower stalls. Get you a good look at the shower stalls. Looks like they had a curtain up there at one time. That's no longer the case. A seat. Yay, 2 hooks. Way to go. Way to add hooks in here. So it's all right. It's not. It's tiled, and a little shower head up here. So tiled and cement block, wood up on top. This light is out, so that's kind of tough to take a shower in the dark. But again, that's the same. The accessible spot, this is very big. And just a little warning, at least in this shower room, that top shower is not working. So, and then at the back, it looks like they've just kind of nailed a board up here. Not quite sure about that, but they're spacious, good showers. Could use some maintenance. Hook missing there, light out, but for campground showers, pretty good. You don't have to pay for it. And there you go. All right. See you guys later. There we go. Some nice big spots right by the restroom too. And you can see they're out cleaning. It's a large pavilion in the campground. Some recycling. I'm always very happy to see recycling, aluminum, plastic and glass. Your garbage bins on the way out, and right in front of the pavilion, basketball courts. Hey, I'm not sure where you can rent a basketball from, but if you got a basketball, here's your chance to shoot some hoops. I have to say, I don't think I've ever seen a basketball court in a campground. So this can accommodate a very large group. So if you are traveling, large group of RVers, caravan, this might be the place to hang out. So and trash bins everywhere. So very nice little addition to my usual campgrounds amenities. We're at the day use area, so there is some RV bus parking here, which works great if you can back in, back out, pull in, back out. Wouldn't work so good for me with the tow vehicle. I'd have to unhitch. But it is here. This is the day use area. I'm here in the middle of the week, and it is still morning, so things are pretty quiet. So let me walk you up here. There is sort of, I guess, a concession stand. They say that there are not alligators here, at least in the daytime. So this is a swimming hole. No bicycles, no skateboards, no alcohol, folks, no alcohol. They will check your cooler, or they can check your cooler. And so we're at the little concession stop, the little store here. Looks like if you forgot a towel, you can get your towels there. Not open at this hour. There is a changing station, changing rooms over here. Yeah, it looks like a big dog in front of me, and he doesn't look like a dog that I want to pet. He looks like he's doing business. He's got a job. not messing with that dog. Okay, so there are clothes for cleaning at this point, but you can see that there are restrooms and I believe a changing room. And I'm trapped this morning. Gotta go around, guys. Crap. By the dog again. Uh-oh, where's the dog? Okay. This is going to be a little longer video than I thought. You get to watch the squirrel. Hi, squirrel. And again, this is early morning before things have really opened up. Great time to shoot my video, but sometimes have to work around the crew. I was here in the evening and wow, the place was filled with enormous vultures. I don't know what kind they were, but they were all over in the trees here. And I'm not all that familiar with Florida, getting more familiar with it, but that may be part of the whole scene here. Got some nice picnic tables. And the spring below us. I'll walk you a little bit closer. So it looks like they're getting some work done here. So I may not be able to show you everything. There are some places where you can walk down into the water and hang out here. So there you go. So you see a sidewalk down at the end and some rails, and this is it. This is your swimming hole, Salt Spring. Nice hot day. This is the place to be. Now from the swimming hole, there's a little path that cuts off to the right. So if you want to walk here and you don't want to walk on the road, this I believe will get you into the primitive campground, and from there you can also make your way to the RV loop. So just wanted you to be aware of that as another option. This is what it looks like at the back end of the primitive camping area. This is the trail that will get you to the swimming hole, and we'll just walk around a little bit in the tent area so you can get a good sense of what it looks like. If you are tent camping, you've got the same restroom facilities here, same setup, and a lot of vacancies here midweek. So let me take you to one of the vacant sites. Very similar to my RV setup, except smaller and no power. So you do have a separate grill. Do a really good job of cleaning things. I have to give them the pointers on that, give them tips for marks, good marks, and food storage. So this is your bear bin. Definitely this is where you're going to put your food because there are bears. So you can see the tent areas are scattered out. Nice green area, nice green field in between. And again, you've got the full restroom with toilets and shower stalls. There's one trail in the campground itself. This is Bear Swamp Trail. It is a 1.5 mile loop. So there's a dirt road, pedestrian only, and that is the RV park. And the primitive tent camping is this way. And along the way here you will find the sign for Bear Swamp Trail. It's a pretty pleasant trail, but take heed of the word swamp. There are some places where your feet might get a little damp. Elevated boardwalk on part of it. Nice little trail. There was a tree downed, at least at the time I visited. Some maintenance shed here. Now I always start by saying I travel with 3 cats. I don't see them here right now, but there are a ton of cats hanging out here. Must be time for them to eat. So there you go, Bear Swamp Trail. I'm at the boat launch. If you've got a boat, this is the place to be. And it is located around the loop in the primitive campground. Just follow the signs for the boat launch. Now there's a trail to the left of the boat launch. Sort of interesting. I wasn't sure what was back here, so I walked it the other day because I like to explore, and until somebody says I can't go in there, I will check it out. Get a little bit of nature here. The winds have picked up, which is good. It is a humid morning. Florida humidity, go figure. So when we get through these trees, we have a picnic area. So depending on the weather, if you want to hang out by this little cove off of Salt Spring, off the lake, you have these options. I was down here the other day. I saw some people fishing, so that may be a possibility too. So you have a picnic table here, but then you can walk a ways down. You have several picnic tables down that way, and this is your view. This is your view. Pretty sweet.